I am a huge fan of Chipotle. It's not the most luxurious dining experience, but it's pleasant, it tastes good, and most importantly, I like it there. Oftentimes when I'm eating there, my philosophy will start to mix with my guacamole, and as I'm musing on important prefect matters, a particularly spicy bite of salsa will awake me from my thoughts. I'll remember I'm back in Chipotle, and the world's natural order will be restored. Over the course of one of these mental excursions, I started thinking about colleges, as I'm sure my classmates do as well. I forgot about grades and extracurriculars for a little while and just pictured what college experience would make me happy. And my conclusion was, any of them. If I pledged to be happy in only one situation, I was limiting myself immensely and I would most likely be disappointed. But if I pledged to simply be happy, nothing could ruin my college experience. I could make mistakes without the fear that my life trajectory would be compromised. In fact, the only mistake would be to avoid making them. On that note, I'd like to review the multiplicity of mistakes that led us all to these exact seats and why I couldn't be happier about it. I guess I'll begin with the beginning. For me, it was Wednesday, September 3rd, 2008. I had high expectations for the first day of school, and the moment I walked into first period French class, those expectations were completely and utterly shattered. The air was heavy with that kind of odd, tense silence, I suppose because of a secret fear that plagued everyone's minds, that by being the first to speak, you were opening yourself up to commit a potential unspoken social faux pas of the worst kind. The kind that would just define you for the rest of your years at Harvard Westlake. At that moment, a mischievous synapse must have fired in my brain, because that is exactly what I did. I uttered a lame joke to the petite blonde sitting behind me, and she laughed. And so began one of the happiest accidents of my life so far, my first Harvard Westlake connection. 213 uncomfortable introductions later, I knew the whole class of 2014, and it seemed every mistake we made from then on brought us all a little bit closer. Then along came 8th grade, which I and many others remember as a blur of rainy days at El Crapitan. Beautifully scored by the characteristic laugh of my inseparable best friend, Benji Kagan. 9th grade was another year of maturing and learning how to behave, some of us the hard way. Jacob Burns, in just his first year here, taught us all a few things about respecting property. This was also the year that Sydney Chong won the award for Best Overall Person Ever, so that was a plus. We were finally introduced to the missing third of our class, and I knew from the moment I first shook Donham Brown's tiny hands that they completed us. The new 9th graders, not Donham's hands. As a unit, we handled the transition from the middle school to the upper school with tremendous ease. It certainly wasn't what any of us had expected or planned for, but it was a testament to our ability to be happy and productive in any environment. Within the first few weeks of 10th grade, we had integrated seamlessly into the hustle of the upper school. The new campus was a hub of excitement for all of us, where ideas flowed freely, passions were explored, and witticisms bounced between teacher and student daily. I mean, what was not to like? Junior year. Though we were under an enormous amount of pressure and heat, I'd like to imagine we all emerged as diamonds. Along came senior year, and on September 15th, I woke up at 2 p.m., changed out of my Breaking Bad pajamas, ate a bowl of Honey Bunches of Oats, and rushed over to Ted Slavenfield to give this speech. I'm still unsure what combination of fortunate accidents led anyone to believe I'm qualified to address you all, but here I am, and I'm loving every minute of it. However, it's true. Life doesn't always give us things to be happy about. It is a tremendous feat to be able to find resolution when life throws us a curveball. An issue such as death isn't something we find unexpected. It's something we never imagine can possibly happen. In an instance such as this, we need only follow the lead of the class of 2014. Grow closer, care more, live better, and hold each precious person in your life a little bit tighter. Justin and Julia knew this lesson, and they would be proud of us for following it. Julia complimented me out of the blue the day before she died, and the next day, Justin was out on the quad handing out tissues to grieving students. In turn, I complimented Justin in Jazz Singers the day he died, though he was somewhat resistant to my praise. And the following Monday, I was the one handing out tissues. All we can do in the wake of tragedy is improve ourselves and be thankful someone was there to show us how. With so much uncertainty, it feels unnatural to put faith in the mechanisms of chance. But I assure you, that which is left up to chance is superficial. Our happiness is not a matter of chance. True, the journey may be a mystery, but it doesn't matter. Our job is not to define what makes us happy, but to be happy with what defines us. Upon that very thought, I finished off the rice and beans and walked out of the Chipotle. I didn't lament the fact that I had finished eating. I was content that by some wonderful accident, I ended up in a place I loved. But I still had a speech to write. Thank you.